Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab, 3 hours in the morning. Where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. You ready? Let's go. All right, right is the 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, message is story for life. I give life lessons. Today we're going from the dome. I got a nice one for you. I'm excited. Calm down, relax. Calm down. Okay, breathe, breathe, exhale, inhale. All right, woosah. All right, sorry about that. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. I just realized I forgot part of my intro. Sorry about that. I got to do what I got to do. Knowing thyself, excuse me, my mission is to get all my right thinkers to do just that. Know thyself. That's the mission that I'm on. That's the goal for all right thinkers. That's my point. Let's do what we do. Get to know what we need to know so that we can know thyself. Do you know you? Okay. If not, tune in. I can help you with that. But these are the kind of people you fall in this category somewhere. Just understand and be your best. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, simple, you teach them. That's what I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned, I got you. A person who knows not, got a problem with these, and believe that they know, dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, is asleep spiritually. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right think of know thyself. And to my app, be true. Today, I'm big on this God thing. And I got a nice lesson. Right thinkers, let's talk about God or ego. I take God every time. Ego, no. So your call, your decision. But let me give you a few things about and break down the difference between God and ego quickly. You got a good student when they ask a question that make you think. And they're not asking to be sarcastic or smart, trying to catch you out there, that nonsense. So the question was, do God have an ego? Good question, grasshopper. So think about it. Nope. Man do. He gave you that. That's the difference. He don't need that. Why? He's always him highest self. Okay? Divine. Divinity means always on point. His opposition, which is you, if you don't obey him, you run on ego, you in opposition to God. That makes you. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Now, got a good concept. Watch this. Now, this is where I got the idea from. Watch this in the commercial. It said, when God made fish, he spoke to the ocean. Cool. When God made plant the trees, he consulted with the earth. Cool. Okay, that's fine. When God made man, he consulted with himself. If you take a fish out of water, what'll happen? It'll die. You take a tree out of its roots from the soil, what'll happen? It'll surely die. When you take God out of man, he's a dead man. That's what the ego does. So if you choose to live by your ego, you are going to die. Let's talk about that concept because that's where it comes from. I had a little idea I wanted to put down on paper, so I come up with that. Now, after that, the spirit in us. What is the issue? I'm still looking for that guy who put God outside of man. But that's neither here nor there. But most people think that God is somewhere else. All Buddhist monks, or Hindu, everybody who follow a religious concept at the highest level know that God is parties over here. Okay, thinking is being conscious. Oh, excuse me. The spirit is in us is God. Now, what God gave us was consciousness, the gift from Him. Why? So we can comprehend, know, and worship Him. God made man, so man could make God. We created God. Why? We manifest Him in our own time. Why? Because what else we got? Oh wait, no, I ain't got that much time. But yeah, the whole idea, there's got to be a higher power. That's all. And believe me, the spirit is in us. The consciousness for us to recognize that is our brain. The Egyptians showed you that at the time of death, the brain means nothing. Your conscious means nothing. Everything is in the heart. I just sent the stuff out. Oh, 40,000. All that. Yeah. I'm not impressed. Why? I already knew that. Not to watch and all that. No. But I already knew the heart was conscious. I knew the heart kept records. I knew that. I learned that from studying. So nothing new yet. Still waiting. Moving on. Just gonna get that kind. Let that be known. I'm not impressed with your discoveries. Knowing, excuse me, thinking is being conscious. That's what he gave us. Hence, I need you to be what? Thinking. But watch this. Thinking is being conscious. Right thinking is being what? God conscious. I know God. I know God. I don't believe in God. Come on, I'm not right here. Oh God. Oh, no. Knowing God means I understand to a point who he is, why he is. So that's why I try to teach the concept. You got to know God with this. He's here. You got no. You got to worry. He's in the heart. You don't call that one. You call this one. This is your call. This is his heart, mind. When they work together, now you become one with yourself. Sorry. I need some kids. Give me some kids. Why? Because y'all kind of stiff necked. Moving on. I ain't going to. This ain't that lesson. This is a lesson about just knowing God. How could you know God? I'm gonna teach you how to do just that. That's what right thinking philosophy is. Getting to know God. Knowing thyself, getting to know God is what? The goal of all right thinking. My job is to get you there quick as best I could by giving you all means necessary to make that happen for you. I'll give you analogy, mythology, anything I can to use by any means necessary to get you to know yourself and that way you know God. Hope this is making sense. This ain't the book. This is me. I can do good too without the book. Why? I just make it real simple for you. It ain't brain surgery. Why don't you write a book? For what? I got a bunch of them. Everybody's writing them. I just teach from them. I ain't got a problem with that. But you need to write a book. You need to write it. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. No. I'm just trying to get you to understand how to use the wheel. Let's go. God, again, is our essence. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you until you get it. Why? I'm not going to stop telling you that's what I do. So until you get it, I'm going to keep telling you. Remember, we are spiritual, now multidimensional beings. Yeah, I get that. I just go with the spiritual, but we are multidimensional. Why? Because we have other dimensions that we go to. I understand that too, but that's not what I'm teaching. Right? Think of philosophy, try to keep you just spiritual. We ain't getting into the dimension thing. So spiritual beings having a human experience, and we are multi-dimensional. Okay, but a lot of us don't understand that, so I let that be some other lesson. But we are spiritual beings. Why? The spirit is God. God is spirit. God is conscious. We got both those things. Makes us God-like, unless you don't know that. Now, we are spiritual beings having a human experience called life. Simple. The spirit needs the body needs the spirit. The body of the spirit is a kabat. It's nothing. A heap of nothing. Put it back in the ground, let it shoot out back into the earth from which it comes. The spirit don't go to the earth. Spirit rises. It has wings. That's why Set, the ego, is represented by a four-legged animal, earthbound, and Haru, the spirit, your higher self, is recognized by the falcon, okay, the baddest bird in the land. So That's what your spirit is. The bad. So again, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should feel it. Well, I got the baddest man on that. That's you. And what's inside you is greater than anything in the world. They say, whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to drive this point home. It's really just understand it and then implement it. All you gotta do is live right, and you'll see all this mumbo jumbo, all this, yeah, all that, but all the stories, that's fine. But until you employ it for yourself, that's all it is, just rhetoric, a bunch of stuff that they say. But when you understand it, when it becomes part of you, you start changing and being a different person. I did. Moving on. We are born ignorant of ourselves. And that's for everybody. Ain't nobody born with, nope. Everybody start the same way, blank. So you have to be programmed by your environment. That's the first 7 years. And watch this. We are ignorant of who we are, but we go through life to what? Find out. We live life to find out. Know thyself in all its aspects, all your character, everything that you represent you, your integrity, your intestinal fortitude, your courage. All these things are questioned, all these things are challenged on a day-to-day basis for you to become your best self. Your ego self is who you are as a human, who you identify with as a human being, aka is ignorant of God, hence ego, edge God out. All the ego knows is me, I. No individual is individual. Mm-mm-mm. Body, mind, body, spirit, and soul. You are a trinity within your own. Okay, the spirit is in you, is hidden inside you. You are you. The outward, you arrive. When your creativity of manifesting who you are, you become pata. Another lesson. Sorry about that. Get back over here, but I can do this all day. But try to stay on track. That's why I keep my little format. I'd be all over the place. See, again, I'm a tangent man. All right. So what's the understand? Understand is we're born ignorant of who we are. That's a gimme. We have to learn that self. That's your job. When God, when God told Moses who he was on the mountain Sinai, when he had his epiphany, if you had that and what Moses did, that changed his life. So your encounter with God, I had mine made first. I had encounter. So when uh Paul, Saul, not Mother Hall. So everybody has an encounter, has something happen. Simple, but it changes your life. And all those who claim to have that and their life ain't changed, they lying. So when God told him, I am that I am, he didn't say I. He put the am on it, meaning he's not alone. Okay, I got something. Okay, you got something. You and I together, you got something. You by yourself, you got nothing. Get the concept? I'm just trying to give you your lesson from your book that I'm figuring everybody knows the story about Moses and God up on Mount Sinai. But I am is what our essence. Calm down. You can't claim to know God, the great I am, and not know thyself. And it's flipped. So it is interchangeable. Why? They go together. I told you the guy who separates us from God needs his butt whooped. Ego separates itself from God. Ego is you alone. Again, I, me. Why? Because your ego represents edging God out for itself. It thinks it's God. It believes it should be worshiped and dealt with. No, it don't know jack about nothing. It'll fight for you. It's a fighter. Okay. That you if you take that ego and put him in the service position, like I do, you good to go. Why? You ain't gotta worry about being he ain't gonna let you down. Why? He's always ready to do what he need to do. All you gotta do is call on him. That's what the idea of having your character. Each one of the guys give you power to what? Use it to your benefit. Another lesson. Sorry about that. Get back. Okay, I see my clock running. All right, let me get out of here. Now, when you say I, that's correct, which is, yeah, and that's you. And you can live in a life of I on the third level, first level, fight or flight. Second level is, doing, understanding. Third flight is pleasures. Yeah, that's what most people get, and they stay there. They don't get them God. It's 7 things you need to do. So, moving on. If you stuck on 3, ain't gonna make it. A lot of people live on the third level, aka the ego state of mind, for a lifetime. Excuse me, for lifetimes. Meaning you didn't get it right, you reincarnated. But your conscious is done. Why? Because Ahmed eats that. So you get a fresh new start all over again. The spirit just have to keep recycling until the conscious wake up, they become one, and then they can go home. You got to put your head on your body. Your body recognized by a falcon. That falcon should have your head on it. That's the key. That's the concept the Egyptians lived by. And they wanted to put their head on that falcon. So they wanted to become conscious. They wanted to know themselves. So they knew the things they had to do to make that happen. And across the society, they did that for thousands of years. If you live your life ego-led, a lot of us do, you will what? Have a filled life. We call it drama. Oh man, yeah, but you bringing all the drama to yourself. You attract what you are. Did you know that? Law of attraction. See, if you don't understand certain laws that God set forth, you can't figure this thing out. That's why somebody have to teach. That's why they laid it out there, the blueprint laid out. I just went back and picked it up. I went to the pyramids and got the secrets. Now I know how to change people's lives with knowledge and understanding of self, especially design astronauts. Tell them, George, I get it. I get excited when I get like that. Sorry about that. But watch this. God is in his creation. You Christian Bible thumpers, if you think God is up in heaven and Jesus is sitting on the right hand up in heaven, you are crazy. I'm saying that straight face to your face. That's just ludicrous, as Mike would tell you back in the day, and he become a wise man. Picture that. But yeah, life would do that. God don't care who and what you was. When he needs you, he come get you. Tough. Moving on. He's in his creation. If you have life in you, you have God within you. God is life. You have to know that. Young people, we need to teach them that. If they still looking for God, pie in the sky, by and by, like Rev I said, that's crazy. You need to stop that mentality. That don't work. The spirit in us is God, Jesus. Monetti. We have to become conscious of that. God like people, God doing the right thing will become God conscious and they will be a better person for it. That's all I can tell you, and that's how it works. Every individual has the right to make that choice for him or herself. Well, why God let everybody suffer? No, 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 no. You have choices. Remember that. Don't pick and choose when you have choices. All the time, choices. And every decision and every action you make has a reaction. So when we see those people, I don't feel sorry for them. Why? I don't know what they caused the guy to my death. It's not my concern. It doesn't do it me. Understand that. It's called life. Live it. When Mother Nature come through, for all those weak branches and trees that just hanging on, she just wiped them out. Why? They don't need to be around. You ain't holding on your own. Get out the way. So nature don't. Well, I gotta pick and choose. That's my cousin over there. I can no. Bam. Water. Don't care about nothing and nobody. That's bad. I'm gonna have another lesson, but let's talk about that. God, watch this. God knows He God. His creation needs to know He's God. Why? Because He gave you consciousness to do just that. Animals will never know God. They will never worship God. They love you as an owner. Yeah, why? You feed them, take care. They don't know nature does that for them. So God made us become conscious of that. That's who we are, and that's what we're all about. We're spiritual beings with a consciousness to become highly spiritual human beings and live a good prosperous life. And when it's all, we move on. We that going back around and around. That's just a cycle of nature. It's fine, but it's for those who don't learn. Every time you don't learn, you gotta come back. If you're a liar in this life, next life you come back, you're coming back. You're gonna learn your lesson to be what? Not to be a liar. Get some integrity. Get some intestinal fortitude. Stop doing the things that cause you to keep coming back. Okay, you can't elevate doing certain things. That's the concept. Even if you're ignorant, watch this. Even if you're ignorant of God in you, you don't mean That don't mean God is not in you because you don't know it because you're ignorant of it. I'm trying to help you know that part. And from there, you can work on it. Why? Because when you start performing good deeds and doing the right thing, you know for yourself, somebody's rewarding you spiritually. Those are called blessings. You earn them. They're given to those who put the work in. So for those who don't have blessings because you haven't put the work in, yes, we are what? God's creation, aka his children, or excuse me, Kurt Franklin said, God's people, GP. Okay? When you God property, you're doing things that's obedient in God's likeness. You can't claim to be God's people. They ain't doing God's work. Come on now. We got a lot of that going on too. Claiming to be and ain't doing. So stop making a claim if you ain't living it. If you ain't walking it, don't talk it. If you ain't teaching it, don't preach it. Simple as that. So all those things meant you need to be doing. God's creation, we all God's children, not no chosen. He didn't. We picked him. He don't pick us. He give all of us life. The sun don't pick and choose who it shine on. It shines on everybody, good, bad, and different. But God, let it be known from his aspect spiritually, he don't like unrighteous human beings. He destroys them. Yeah. Why? Nature takes care of the dirty work. All right, here you go. Last one, wrapping up. Preaching. Oh, Lord. Sorry about that. Ooh, me. The ego. Let's wrap this up. God has no opposition. God has no equal. Why? He is him all by himself. He tell you that. He multiply, divide, and multiply, and don't gain or lose nothing of himself. So understand that. But the ego, which is us, we're in opposition to God when we don't know him. When we're ignorant of him, we're going to oppose him. We're going to do things not to his likeness. Sound familiar? This is why you learn. This is why he put the lesson out there for you to learn. So he give us people to teach us. Your ego is in reality what? The devil. Why? The devil just means, don't freak out, in opposition with God. When you're not living right, when you ain't doing things that you're supposed to do, you're the devil. Why? You're in opposition to God. Ain't but two things, God and devil. Simple. Humans, devil. God like humans, righteous, virtuous people. So that's the difference. You should be able to tell the difference. Now you can't. That's what he keep telling you. The fact that the unrighteous looks so much like the righteous and the righteous looks so much like the unrighteous, you can't tell who is who. All of God's children who are egoistic, still his children, are devils, bad kids, by organs, okay? Excuse me, by edging God out. When you doing you and not concerning yourself with nobody, nothing else, then you on your own. You got no kick coming. And you can go through life doing that, just taking care of you, satisfying you, doing you. It's at the end of this life that becomes a problem. Why? What did it get you? Absolutely. So that's what you get in return. Moving on. Going to the ground, party's over. I'm going to eat the heart. You've forgotten about spirit moves on. If you don't know and worship and praise God, you will never be blessed. And let me say about a blessing. A blessing ain't coming home find a check with a bunch of $1,000,000 hitting a lot. That ain't a blessing. A blessing is only something that you and your higher self know about, and he works it out for you. Things that you don't talk about with your friend, your wife, your buddies. No, God, those are blessings. And those who understand that, I'm getting close. I want you to know, that's what you do, and that's how you get them. Okay? The blessings just befall on you. No, put work in. Now, if your ego self love the attention and won't get you to God, why? Because it's gonna stay ignorant. It ain't gonna raise your heart. No, it's gonna love me. Yeah, that want me. Until what? At the end, then he gotta get that stupid. Haru, I'm going home to the Father. When this is over, we're going home. That's when you become conscious. That's the purpose of doing it. Why? You think I do this Just you got to be crazy. Why do you do what you do? I know my intent. I know my purpose. So there always should be reason, purpose. That's just logic, thought, and reason. Let me wrap this up. Sorry about that. Let me get this thing over with. If you there again, appreciate you. If you live for your ego, satisfaction, a lot of us do. You can't be a right thinker. I'm sorry. I don't need your kind. Thank you, but no thank you. I'll be back with more right thinking lessons for you.